Hello friends, welcome back to the Platinuming series where we are currently working on every single God of War game leading up to the release of God of War Ragnarok. We're at number 3. Let's hop into it with our first trophy here. Right at the beginning of the game, we get a little tutorial on how to use the battering ram, but that's not for the trophy. You don't need to batter ram anybody for a trophy. The trophy is for actually grabbing these sentries and ripping them apart, just like that to get the torn up trophy for ripping apart one Olympus century. That's what you have to do for that trophy. And now, after we defeat Poseidon, uh, the whole world basically gets flooded, at least Greece, and everybody is underwater now. This game is amazing. I love this game so much. I think it's so great how you fight all these gods of Olympus, and you're just trying to get up to Zeus to defeat him, to get your vengeance on him for betraying you. And God of War 2 is so good. We got our second trophy there for killing Poseidon, and that's called releasing the floodgates. A little bit later on, we lose basically everything, all our health, all our magic upgrades, everything, and we're in Hades. He strips everything away from us, and now we're trying to just get some stuff back so we can go fight and kill Hades. This first one, we take control of this little Cerberus there and pick up this bow of Apollo, which is able to set things on fire if you hold it down long enough and aim at an enemy. I don't know if I'm going to do that in this clip, probably not, but we get our trophy there nonetheless, called Burnt to a Crisp, and that's for acquiring the bow of Apollo, still in Hades after solving a couple puzzles. At this little room with steam going up, we hop on the steam, use our wings to fly up onto this little platform. We climb the platform, don't use the second steam to fly into the air. Open a secret door, and you get a trophy called Mr. Hand, which is for discovering the secret Hades armor. And now we are into our next trophy. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm trying to go through my list of trophies here, but I'm getting confused because I'm pretty sure I wrote the wrong thing here. But this next trophy is for just burning 100 enemies with the bow of Apollo. I put burn 100 enemies with the head of Helios, which that's not right. With the bow of Apollo, you get the trophy. It's getting hot in here. Dot dot dot. And here we're upgrading our first weapon, the Blades of Exile. The first upgrade of many throughout the game. To get one trophy, you have to upgrade everything, like every other game. That trophy is called Hitting Your Stride. Upgrade any weapon to the next level. And now we're killing Hades by slamming him into this roof over and over and over again until we finally kill him and steal his weapons. Really cool weapons. They're not great, but they look cool. So, and that trophy is called Depths Below. That's for killing Hades. And right after you kill Hades, actually, and with his weapon, you get a little tutorial where you can just spam this move over and over again to achieve your combo trophy for the game, Hitman. That's for performing a 1,000 hit combo. Of course, a reoccurring trophy in these games is get a certain amount of combo. Sometimes the games have 2 trophies for different amounts. This one only had 1. And all of them, they're pretty easy to get because you can get them at really easy points of the game if you just look up a guide. Really not hard. There's little exploits or little tricks you can use to get to them really easily. That trophy's called Handyman. That's for severing Gaia's hand. Just a little bit later on here. This trophy is not a story trophy like a lot of the ones before this one. Well, not a lot, just a few of them. But this one is very easy to get. If you do not get this trophy, you must have just ran past every single enemy in the entire game, because this is also a reoccurring trophy. I think in one other God of War game. This one's called Bloody Hell. Cover Kratos in 500 buckets of blood by killing the enemies. Which, 500 buckets of blood sounds like a lot, but it's like none. You get it really easily. The next trophy, Shine Lord. That's for killing Helios and getting its head. on to killing our next god, who is Hermes. Once you kill him and defeat him, you get his little boots and the next trophy, which is called Shoe Delivery, and that's for killing Hermes and acquires boots. And again, we're on to killing our next god, Hercules. It's actually our brother, so it's kind of sad, but you know what? It's worth it because you get his Nemean Cestus, the best weapons in the game, and you get the trophy sibling rivalry for killing Hercules. Sorry, I struggled with saying rivalry right there. That was weird. This next one took forever. I don't know why. But there's so many grindable trophies, like stupid trophies in this game. That's our next one, and that's called Obedient School, and that's for delivering 50 kicks to hounds, which is a lot. It's a lot longer than you think it might take. And here we are at our censor trophy for the game. As if you've seen my other trophy videos, we've had to censor a lot of things. But that trophy is called Ladies Man, successfully entertain Aphrodite. And now we have two trophies in this one little clip here. If you were paying attention to the last little clip, you could see that I was spamming Head of Helios, and I decided to give up on doing that at the obedience part. But a little bit later on, there's a lot of enemies here, and we get Nice Tan. That's for blinding 100 enemies with the Head of Helios. I'm pretty sure I blinded about 1,000 before it registered, but you know what? We'll ignore that. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the trophies can be glitchy in this game. There's one trophy that's actually I wouldn't. That's not the trophy per se, but there's a huge glitch you can do later in this game to get a really long trophy to save a bunch of time, which is what I did, and I'll talk about that at like the very end because this is one of the last trophies we did. But it's very helpful, but it can be very difficult. You'll see. But there we go, getting the trophy No Guts, No Glory, and that is for gutting 3 Centaur generals. There's only 3 in the game, so very easy to miss if you accidentally kill one of them. Because if you kill one of them without gutting them, then you can't get the trophy. I just smacked my desk. I don't know why. Here we are at the gates of Tisiphone, or however you want to say it. I don't know. Tisiphone. There's definitely a different saying, like a right saying for it, but that's what I'm gonna call it, the Tisiphone. And that trophy is Open Sesame. That's for opening the gates of Tisiphone and killing our next, not god, but titan, Kronos, who we've seen a ton throughout these games. God of War 1, or I guess even now he has Pandora's temple on his back, but in God of War 1, you go into his temple to get the power to kill a god, yada yada yada. You see him in God of War 2 to get his powers. You see him a lot throughout these games. But we finally get sick of seeing his face, his really huge forehead. I don't know why they made his face really, really big, but it's funny looking. So we finally kill him there and get our trophy called Titan Slayer. It's a silver trophy, which all you have to do is kill Kronos. Another collectible trophy, or our first collectible trophy, I would say. Not a grinding trophy, but collectibles. There's quite a few in this game. There's like 4 or 5, I don't remember. But another reoccurring thing in every single God of War game to upgrade your health, magic, items, whatever. Gorgonize for your health. That trophy is called Eye Candy. Collect all of the Gorgonize, which really isn't all of them because there are more than the necessary amount to upgrade all the health, if that makes sense. But those chests are turned into orbs, like red orbs, instead of Gorgonized. And we're in the same room, actually, to get our last Phoenix Feather. That trophy is called Feather Plucker. Collect all the Phoenix Feathers. And actually, we're going to get another one of our collectible trophies here by picking this bad boy up. And that trophy is called Priceless. It's a gold trophy. And that's for collecting all of the godly possessions. And we're going to take a break here from getting collectible trophies and fight these satyrs and summon some friendly foes to help us. Friendly foes? Is that the right thing? I don't know, but we're going to go with it. Friendly foes, I mean, they are foes throughout the game, but you can summon them and they'll be friendly. Summon our last one here, the Siren, to get our trophy sold out That's for summoning every soul with the claws of Hades. Now back to our collectible trophies. The last collectible trophy, I think, unless you count upgrading things as collectibles, I wouldn't. But this is for the Minotaur horns. Horn of Plenty is the trophy. Collecting, or that's for collecting all the Minotaur horns. I'm pretty sure I just repeated myself like 3 times. But hopefully you guys know that that trophy's for collecting all of the Minotaur horns now. We get so many trophies in that little area, but now we're finally leaving Hera's gardens. And actually leaving her gardens, we get a trophy. This entire place is really cool. I love this puzzle. One of my favorite puzzles in the entire series. It's confusing, it's long, but it's fun and really unique. And we get a trophy for doing it, so I'll take it. And that trophy is called Seeing Things from a Different Perspective. Solve Hera's Gardens. And after fighting the Scorpion boss, you get this item, which is kind of like a key that'll help you progress through the game. And it's called the Boreas Ice Storm. Boreas, I don't know how you say it. And the trophy's called Freezer Burn. You get that once you collect it and use it right there in that little hole. And we got a little bit of a long clip here because sometimes I just put longer clips in when like to find a balance. So I didn't want to like put a or start the clip of this trophy in the middle of them talking in the middle of this cutscene. Um, so I decided to throw the whole cutscene in here. Here we're in the labyrinth, about halfway through the labyrinth, saving Pandora. Of course, we need Pandora to open Pandora's box up in Olympus. So we had to come down and save her. And we finally get her out of this little cage, and she kind of becomes a nuisance because she gets trapped a bunch of times, and we have to save her a ton of times. And yeah, and then she sacrifices herself at the end, and the sacrifice was for nothing because it doesn't even help us. But that trophy's called Rescue Me. That's for saving Pandora. And when we barely exit the labyrinth, you get this trophy if you didn't die or fail the labyrinth once while going through the entire thing. Let me tell you, the labyrinth is not short. It is very, very long. There are a bunch of enemies, a bunch of ways to die super, super easily. Um, but you get rewarded pretty nicely with this trophy. It's definitely worth it. Because, I mean, you have to do it for the platinum, but you do get a gold trophy out of this, which I love seeing that gold trophy pop up. That one's called Amazed. Beat the labyrinth without dying or failing. And here we are just beating up these last few satyrs until we can ascend to Olympus to fight Zeus and end the game. But sometimes these satyrs can be very annoying because they just hop around, but I see I have enough red orbs there, so I start leveling up the Nemesis Whip. There we go. To get our trophy maxed out. As for completely upgrading all weapons, I'm going to quickly go through them here. See? And here we're breaking up the chain that these judges are holding that you actually I really enjoy how you come to this area very, very close to the beginning of the game, but because you don't have the Nemean cestus, excuse me, you can't actually break the chain yet. However, there is a way to do that at the beginning of the game. I'll talk about that in a little bit. It's kind of weird, and it's a big glitch in the game that completely breaks everything, but it's pretty cool. Um, and it's very, very helpful for completing the platinum. But once you break the chain, you'll get a trophy called Three Wise Men. That's for solving the three judges. Here we are beating up Zeus, our father, of course, finally getting our vengeance on him, repeatedly smacking him over and over and over again. There's a lot of blood he is losing. I don't know how he's not dead yet, but we still have to just keep beating him until he is complete. I don't know. There's no blood in his body. I don't know how these gods have so much blood. It doesn't really make sense, but You know what? I guess this entire series doesn't make sense because it's made up. Um, but once we kill our father, we get a trophy. So hashtag worth, right? Very, very worth. And that trophy's called Retribution. Kill Zeus. Then after killing Zeus, you will trigger the credits, the very long credits that you cannot skip. I hate when developers do this. Please, I don't want to read. I'm not going to read every single name. I just want to get my trophy or start a new game plus, or start a new game or whatever. I wanted to skip it. It's like 10 minutes. It's super annoying. But at the end, you get a trophy. Vengeance complete. Beat the game. Now we're moving on to our challenge. Challenges of Olympus. Of course, in every game besides like God of War Ascension, God of War 2018. But I mean, God of War 2018, you kind of have a Muspelheim, which is kind of like a stand-in for that. But this game's challenges weren't too bad. This is definitely the hardest one right here. I'm going to show you when I finally completed it. You have to be very, very precise with it, or else you will just die really quickly. Um, every time you kill a Cyclops, another two will spawn. It's kind of like the Hydra. Have you ever seen Percy Jackson? It's kind of like the Hydra. You know, you kill one head, two more spawn. But overall, they're pretty easy. But you have to kill those two at the exact same time, so this one spawns and you can knock it right off to get the trophy, or to beat the challenges at least, and then you'll get a trophy once you beat all the challenges. That trophy is called Up to the Challenge, Beat the Challenge of Olympus. And here we are at the end of the game again. Let me quickly explain the glitch. So there is a glitch to start a new game plus on the harder difficulties. And then once you get to those three judges, you'll already have the Nemean Cestus, and you can just break the judges' chains and fly up to the Zeus boss fight and beat the game very early on. It's really cool. And that's how I got this trophy, Unhuman, beat Titan mode, and we got a platinum right afterwards. Let's go. What a crazy, glitchy platinum, but overall a really good game. I love this game. If you haven't played it and you've played 2018, I'd recommend this one. Very, very good. Completely different from 2018, but it's a really good hack and slash type game. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for God of War 2018 Platinum, which was coming out on the 9th of November. So no trophy next Friday, but there will be one Monday for Halloween. Stay tuned for that. Leave a like if you want, and yeah, have a great day, guys.